These are the case findings and action-oriented report developed to provide a recommendation to the Vice President of Financial Services based on their request for customer service training for their division. I was initially contacted by the VP of Financial Services with a request to provide customer service training to their division. I was initially interested as my understanding was that the Financial Services Division handled things like employee payroll, expense accounts, budgeting, accounts payable, accounts receivable, forecasting, reporting, etc. I was curious as to why they would be requesting training for the Customer Service Department. Now, seeing the Vice President came into that division just a couple of months ago, I had them explain a little more so that I could understand what was prompting the request. I was informed that upon taking over the division, the Vice President received informal feedback that some of the executive clients were less than satisfied with the division on many levels. Now, this escalated when the Vice President themselves tried to call the department and over the course of a 3-hour period was unable to reach anyone via phone. This prompted the requested assistance delivering customer service training to the division. Now, I was informed that customer service training had been conducted over the last few years with the division, so I wanted to know more to make sure this training would alleviate the problem. And after speaking with the Vice President, who also agreed, we decided to look more into it. The first thing I wanted to look at were any evaluations done for the previous customer service training that was conducted with the division. Now, there were evaluations done in 3 periods: prior to the training, immediately after the training, and a few months after the training. Now, the results show that training has a measurable impact on the measured metrics immediately after training, but after a time, the impact no longer sticks. Interestingly, during the time the phone metrics like first call resolution rate, response times, customer satisfaction, and call quality all improved. A key result, though, was the self-service accessibility metric actually went down. I then wanted to speak with the Vice President of Financial Services to understand their concerns with the division. Now, it was my understanding that overall they were impressed with the quality of the work from the division, and that their concern is that the team has poor feedback from the executive clients. I then contacted the executive team via phone for a short interview to understand where the problems were with the Financial Services Division. The brief conversations allowed me to follow up with a short 7-question yes-no survey. From the survey results, it appears that record requests are delivered quickly when requests are made, and that those records and other financial services requested are accurate. It appears that the executives feel that accessing financial services is not easy, and that they don't have access to up-to-date financial information when they need it. To confirm my suspicions about reporting, I asked an open-ended question about how long it takes to report on the global cash position. My responses indicated that they would like faster reporting in this area, and comparing the division's current performance to industry benchmarks shows that the division is doing well, but is not yet best in class. Now, after speaking with direct management staff, looking over the results of previous training, and looking at industry benchmark data, getting both an internal and external perspective, it appears that while the previous training had a positive impact on customer service metrics like first call resolution rate, response times, customer satisfaction, and professionalism or call quality, it produced a drop in self-service accessibility. Now, training is the process of learning skills needed to do a particular job or activity, and training has a specific target and should be used to introduce, improve, or re-educate employees in a certain subject. It has a beginning and an end, and can be easily evaluated using a variety of metrics: pre-tests and post-tests, demonstration, self-assessment, observation, quizzes, and other short-term measurements. Now, in my professional experience, training is considered a short-term change as a response to a current or future need of learning new skills or developing new knowledge. Now, employees may also be expected to attend a training program as an effort to change their minds, beliefs, morals, attitude, and so on. Now, from the feedback and the overall consensus about the department, they're skilled at their jobs and they present accurate information. The challenge is accessing that information, and it seems that the customers are not able to get the information they need in a timely manner. Not necessarily that the information isn't there in a timely manner, but that it isn't accessible. So after the customer service training, there was a noticeable decrease in self-service accessibility, and this may be the reason for the calls into the department. According to the training evaluations, as the responses to the inquiries improve, the access to the information declines further. This could be because maintaining accuracy of the information and then communicating that individually may leave little time to publish it and stay on schedule. Now, I have no data on this, as I didn't want to send a survey into the department until we settle on a course of action. Now, instead of immediately pursuing training, I recommend that we address the situation by initiating an organizational development effort, or OD effort, which refers to a long-range effort to improve the organization's problem-solving capabilities and its ability to cope with changes. Now, the reason I recommend organizational development is to use a more holistic process to apply behavioral science to help the division improve both the individuals and the systems. Now, the goals that I am pursuing with this effort will be to more comprehensively assess what is happening within the division in order to conduct an intervention to try to create positive change, to improve the division's effectiveness while adhering to the organization's culture and values, and to maximize the employee potential and help amplify their contributions to further division's success. Now, the specific approach that I recommend is an appreciative inquiry, as I know there's motivation to take action on this situation quickly. Since the department has been praised for doing great work already, this will be perfect, as the strength of appreciative inquiry is that it recognizes and builds on what the organization's strengths already are and what they do right. And this allows the organization members to apply these positive aspects across the division. In this approach, no member hears what they're doing wrong, and no practitioner experiences or creates any conflict. Therefore, the positive approach may result in increased employee commitment and engagement. Now, there are 4 direct stages in this model. Discovery, which is a positive whole system inquiry using interviews and stories to discover and disclose positive capacity, appreciating the best of the organization. The next stage is dream, interactive imagining of what might be in the organization, creating a clear result-oriented vision in relation to discovered potential and questions of higher purpose. The third stage is design, the articulation of the image of the future, determining what the ideal state might be. And the fourth step is destiny, which is the whole system affirmation, empowering organization members, learning and adjusting. And in that phase, there may also be training. So I hope this action report is valuable to you, and get back to me so we can determine what exactly we're going to do. If you want to take a look at some of the resources that I used in putting this together, those are featured here.